All right. Here we are. Scotty podcast coming to you, as well as on YouTube. I think the podcast, because iTunes and my podcast host, they have to review for a little bit. So this content will be up on YouTube before it'll be up on a podcast. And so this episode, I want to do these episodically. And I want to have this first episode be my reality and expectations for this podcast. And I really hope that all of you share those same realities and expectations with me, because I want to do this for several years, because there's lots of subjects that I want to study. And that's my main reasoning for even doing this podcast, is I get to take controversial episodes. I get to take controversial topics and make episodes about them. And I get to learn and grow myself doing these and getting it out there and becoming more comfortable with myself. That's number one. Number two is, if anyone decides to follow along with them, then it's a win-win. That's the reality. The expectations is for me to become a little more knowledgeable. Expectations, if I have more than 2 listeners, because I know my mom and my wife are going to be listening, any more than those, and you learn and grow with me, that's also great as well. So I'm really looking forward to presenting these in a way that I continue to get better in front of a microphone and in front of a camera, and I get more professional in my speech. My clarity with how I present myself becomes better. I really hope that that is true. Another thing that is a reality is I got the dog back here. And she's licking. Yeah, I don't know if the microphone will pick that up, but I just love the dog. Licking. Every time I turn around, she's licking. I'll go this way. We'll see if we can get her to lick. What are you doing, babies? Yep. You might have loved the dog in a couple shots. That's the reality of it. I want to have as least editing as possible. I'll edit my podcast in a way that I'll take out the pops, I'll take out the breaths. But for the most part, I want everything. I want you to see me turn on the camera. I want you to see me sit down, and I want everything to be really fluid. I know that in today's age of editing, and look, I'm going to say false. A lot of things today are just false. And I don't want to present myself in that manner. I think I have something to say. I want to do my homework on issues, and I also want to present them in a way that you know it's not edited and uncut. So when you see me stumble over my words, I just want that to be real, and I want that to be real for you, knowing that guests that I have on the show are going to be real. They're going to be fake. My plan moving forward is to have guests on the show with little face things and represent themselves. And by face things, I mean like a cardboard cutout, how they might do on Pardon the Interruption, and represent whoever might be sitting in the chair with the little face mask. Cardboard cutout. I want them, the portrayal, to be seeing I'm going off on a tangent again. And I just wasted 4 minutes. I messed up. And that's okay. I don't even know what I was saying right there. And I think I have to get through those to meet a reality and an expectation. I was talking about how I was going to interview guests. I'm not going to have any guests on the show. I'm probably going to have my wife on the show more often than not. I'm going to have people around the neighborhood, a couple friends from at work. And if I order some of those little, what are they, stick it heads or something like that, like Kim Kardashian, that's what I was meaning in my earlier conversation. They'll hold it up and they'll represent Kim Kardashian. I think that'll be funny. I'm coming from a very comedic approach with this, and hopefully I'll get to have real people on the show. That's a shout out to Jordan Peterson or Kim Kardashian. If you wanted to come on the Socio Scotty show, even Joe Rogan, I'd love to interview Joe Rogan. That would be great. But let's face it, that ain't gonna happen. Maybe, but for sure, learning, growing, me presenting a podcast where there's plenty of mess ups. There's not going to be any editing. I already stumbled upon how I was trying to articulate me saying little cardboard cutout faces and having something very confusing, and that's okay. I think that being yourself in today's day and age somehow isn't good enough. I don't quite know where that went left. You're always going to be good as yourself. If you're representing yourself, then there's really nothing better you can do. And love's really getting after it. I'm over here looking at the ball. You want to think it? Yeah, it doesn't work. But that's the, this is mess up. Everything's going to be good. After this, it's going to continue to be built upon and presented in a way that's instructional. I'm going to get better. There is already stumbles. I've actually tried to do a reality and expectation podcast just like this, and every single time I'm either not happy with it, or I wish I could change it, or this, that, and the other. And I say, you know what, that's not how I'm trying to represent what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that everyone is good exactly how you are. And that's what I'm trying to portray. I'm fine with messing up. I'm fine with spinning coming around from the back and saying what I mean clearly, instead of trying to rush through it just because there's a camera, just because there's a microphone here. And I hope that makes sense. I'm going to try uploading this to YouTube, and I'm just going to continue to build from there. And I really hope that you stick with me. Regardless, I'm always going to have my friends and family, and that's what you're going to have as well. And those are the most important things to have regardless. If it's yourself, friends and family who support you. And that's really what I want to impress upon anyone who's listening out there, is that we're worth growing and learning with. And I'm going to stumble, I'm going to fall, I'm going to say the wrong things, I'm going to curse, I'm going to just not articulate myself well. I think I've said that 6 times already, so I'm going to end it there. And just enjoy this ride with me, Socio Scotty. I hope you continue to enjoy it with me. And I'm going to sign off for now. And yeah, I think I have episode 1 in the books. I think I have to have this episode in the books, like I said, to just get over with. I'm going to turn everything off right now. And I really hope you enjoy the ride, because I know I am going to get better. Peace be with all of you, okay? Aloha.